Good afternoon. I've been asked, if man is so central, how come there's such a vast universe and so much in it? It's an interesting question. But my response is very, very to the point. According to the theorists, we all started from one single tiny point. And all of the material of the world and all the energy of the world was compacted into this tiny, tiny point. The dot of an eye, maybe less. And the question, of course, is, how come there's so much space, empty space, between bodies that are existent, magnificent bodies, by the way? And if it's just the fact that those bodies are so hot that you have to get away from them, we are 92 million miles away from the sun. The closest star is 24 trillion miles away. I am sure we could figure out a way that the stars could be closer together. You know, be a little bit Hamisher, you know, if you could get to the star within 1,000 years rather than have to spend 2 billion years trying to get to Alpha Centauri using modern regular methods. Question is, how come everything is so scattered about and there's so much empty space in between? Seems like a waste of space. And the answer is that the space doesn't count. It's the content that's found within that space that makes a difference, that makes things interesting, that gives existence and gives life to things, energy to things. Empty space doesn't give life to things. It is that which has warmth and light and power within it. Those are the only things that count, even though compared to the empty space, they're very, very small. And let's get back to the speck from which all of creation was made. What that tells me is that it doesn't make a difference how big you are. It makes a difference the quality of what you are. That small little speck of space was filled with quality. It was quality speckled, speck. It was content filled, rich with a lot of drive and energy and enthusiasm and fire and power. But it was still a limited speck. And so the reason why we are the most important things in the world, even though we're tiny, and the world is huge compared to us, and the solar system is just phenomenally beyond us, and we have no clue as to compare how small we are compared to just a few stars. But that's only quantitatively. Qualitatively, we pack the wallop. Now, what is the wallop that mankind has, for which mankind is the focal point, the center of all existence? In fact, I want you to know this. Rabbis in the Talmud tell us, every person, you and even I, have to say, the world was created for you and for me. The world was created for us. Why? For one person should the world be created. God created Adam alone. That means it's worthwhile for there to be just one person. Because man is different from all the animals, and all the birds and all the fish and all the winds and all the rocks and all the mountains, all the oceans and all the molten lava and all of the stars. Man has a brain. Man has freedom of choice. And man can understand the wisdom of the Creator. Man appreciates the painting, the artistry, the incredible energy that God has placed into this world. And because we recognize that, and we behave accordingly, and we connect ourselves to God's wisdom, that is the ultimate Big Bang. We may be small in size, but we pack a tremendous wallop, because nothing else in the world recognizes, understands what life and existence is all about, where it came from, and the Creator, the artist, who painted it, sculpted it, gave it life and existence. Only we can. And because of that, God focuses on you and everybody else out there, and maybe even me. And that's what I believe.